Good.
Hello, Mara.
Hello, Patricia. How are you today?
Good, good. How are you?
Good, good. I am here with my husband a little sick because his third dose of the vaccine, but he will survive, hopefully, with my
He's a
care.
man, so let's be careful, okay?
Yes, I know. So, how's everything? How's Mick?
He's good. He's taking a nap right now, but he should be waking up at any moment.
Uy.
But yeah, he's doing good. He's better. He's been congested for almost 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah, like runny nose, not breathing right. So
yeah.
he's
It's
getting
very
better today.
normal.
So it's
It's
good.
very normal. Then in Texas, it's kind of like that all the time. So every time that I fly
Yeah, it's
there,
cold, it's hot, it's cold, it's hot.
yeah,
You never
every
know.
time that I go there, and it's that type of um, temperature, I might be getting sick quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, talking about flying, I know that you fly a lot
And
sometimes.
I'm gonna be flying again. I'm gonna be flying with a baby. I've been flying all over the world for many
Well,
years. So
I
yeah,
don't.
there's funny stories. And Mara, I have a question for you. You also worked on the aviation industry. What have you not done?
Well, I have not robbed or selling drugs.
Okay.
But I mean, I actually have been like very blessed because when I was young, I remember I went to this air 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 something. It's to study like to work at the airport before when airlines they did the training, but also they want you to have some studies on that on the matter. So I went to take ticket counter uh, and how to sell a ticket and all the stuff. So I did it, and I kind of graduate. I graduated in that. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Excuse me for a second.
Is it like boom, boom?
Okay.
Is it a bomb? Okay, Mara is with some technical issues there, so we're gonna hold on to her for a second. She's
Now.
back.
I'm here. I'm here. So the thing is that we went to that school. I did, and a friend of mine too. And then we learned how to sell a ticket and how to do tickets by hand. Like we have no computer or digital thing. They
Yeah,
have
like the tickets back in the days, you had to go buy tickets at the airport. Now you
yes,
just do it the app. Now
yes,
the
yes.
app is good for everything.
You have to do it at the airport, and then you have to do it by hand. Everything was like with the black copy paper and everything. So it was very funny. They did have, the system, but it was like a just for intern. Like um, you cannot like from here to Puerto Rico. Like it was very hard to connect, right?
Yeah.
But but actually, you can actually call always call. Yeah, it was fun that way. And then later on, like in 2000, what 8, I started working in a big company, and actually that was after I quit my blessed job of the dance studio because of the timing. But then I went to work at the airport with Northwest Airlines,
That
and
is
then
so
after,
cool.
yeah, then
So
they
Mara, what was your first flight? When you flew, what was your first flight?
my first flight, well, before in Northwest, I was working at the front counter, which is like when you receive the passenger and then you do the whole um, ticket thing and then what's your name, how many bags you have, everything like that. And then later on, I started going back to the back counters, which is like the where you actually take in the flights or have the takeouts. And that's the fun part. That's the very fun part because over there is where the flights are canceled.
Oh my gosh.
And then you have to deal with that. I think that my first flight was to Detroit because Northwest, they were working before. They were, and actually, it's not like Northwest is not Northwest anymore. So there's not Northwest, and they fly through. It was a business airline, and then they fly a lot to Detroit, and that was the main the main thing. But I mean, passengers were mostly very nice because it was a business class airline, in not a business class. It was everything mostly was like a business people who were there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
because
was
on
very
the
fun.
airplane, sometimes I always find something to laugh about. Like people that get stressed with bags. Like, I've
Yeah,
seen everything.
I
Remember that
remember.
backlash with United when they kicked that man out of the airplane so they could put the staff?
Oh yeah, I think
I
that I
mean,
have.
United, honestly, it's I flew airlines, even in Argentinian airlines are better than United, honestly. As far as service goes, I saw, I was coming from Buenos Aires to Houston. Here you go, Miss Captain. I was coming from Buenos Aires to Houston, like this a big flight full of people, and this flight attendant. I mean, I guess they overwork their people and they just get impatient.
Yes.
She was arguing with this passenger because he wanted to do this or do that, and she started arguing with him. And then one of her colleagues tells her to calm down, and she's like, "We need to talk." She starts screaming at her coworker, and I was like, "Oh, things are going down in here."
Maybe she was stressed out because let me tell you what happened. There is a lot of hours that people think that they're because they're pretty and nice ladies. I mean, the ugly ones are the ones out in the counter most of the times, but the flight attendants sometimes they're like more nice because
Yeah,
it's
like
more service.
they're
And
overworked, and as per what I hear, that here in the States, most airlines don't pay their people very well, the ones that go in
yeah,
the airplanes. While in
yeah,
Europe, that's a luxury job. When you work for the airline, I mean, you make good money. And here, I guess they just, I don't know, they
here
just,
is by the flight hour, and then
yeah,
but I think it's more than that because the people who actually get in that flight in that job, uh they have to have some attitudes of service. And well, besides that, like, people don't understand that actually they are taking care of them. Like, if something got wrong and it's over me, like, or over my vigilance vigilance, so I can actually get fired. And I need to take care of you, and I need as a passenger, and everything needs to get like very well done because they forget that you are like 30,000 miles up in the sky.
yeah.
So you have to think, I am pretty far from the ground, and I can actually fall, and I can, and everybody can die. So it's something very unique about flights. And then sometimes they actually are a little old or they're tired because they have a long day. Well, it all depends of them, many things. One thing that I
I just know that
understood.
I'm just going to leave it right here. I hate United. I avoid United as much as I can. I just fly United if there's no other option for the destination.
It happens to me with Copa Airlines. Like, I now, after what they did to me last time here, I mean, they're in Puerto Rico, so I said like, mm-mm. I am still waiting on my money.
Oh
Actually,
my,
if
what
someone is
airline?
watching this show, please get to know that
Pay me.
I need that money. It's almost like $700, so I need it. I need
That's
it.
crazy. Yeah, because those things, I mean,
Yeah.
and I have so many funny stories. So there's two of them that I will never forget that I got scared going to Europe. So I always think, when in flights, I don't watch movies. I watch the flight plan to see what part of the ocean we are right now. So if we go down, what's going to
Yeah.
happen? Like, I can fix the problem if the airplane goes down in the ocean. So I always, my stress is, where are we right now if there's turbulence? Can we land somewhere? Is there an island? So once, this is two stories when I went to Europe. Once we were like in the middle of the ocean, of course, and you hear the alarm like, wow, wow, wow. I was like, oh my gosh. I was
Something
like,
happened.
what's going on? It was not too bad. It was the guy that decided to go smoke to the bathroom. And of course, the smoke detector went off.
Ah.
So, and so when we got out of the airplane, he had police in Germany waiting on him because it's against the law.
Yes.
And the other one was like, my brain is, I was like, I have another funny story, but I forgot now. I was like, I have another one. Oh, yeah. We were still in Houston and we were going to go to Germany as well.
Uh-huh.
And we're talking about this big Lufthansa airplane with 2 stories. The plane was late 1 hour. So I was like, okay, it's late 1 hour. What's going on? So then the captain says, okay, we're ready to start the process of taking off. It had a suspicious passenger, and we were looking for his luggage in the airplane. I was like, okay, if he's a suspicious passenger, why would he have his own name in the luggage? I mean, the
Uh-huh.
plane can explode at
Exactly.
any
So they're
moment
gonna
if
open a
it's a bomb.
whole bags. Man.
So on that flight, I was scared all the time. Like, is there a bomb in the airplanes?
But I have many people know that I used to write them on Facebook, um, because when I started flying a lot was from 2007 to these days. And before I did, but there was no Facebook though. And what I was doing is like, for example, I fly standby a lot of the times. And I said, oh my gosh. So there's a lot of stories because when you fly standby, you don't have a seat, an assigned seat. So you just wait, sit and wait. And then you have to check on the list what number you are and then what seats are available. And then you said, well, before, now they have monitors and everything, but before you have to go like 4 hours earlier and then get there very early so you can be the first one or the second one or the 10th one. And then ask every time, can you tell me how many seats do we have now?
Like, you go there every 10 minutes. Hey, do I have a seat yet?
And then I was trying to be nice, like, hey.
Can you put me in?
And then a lot of people, they don't understand how it's to fly standby. It's like you don't have like some rights and you have to wait. Like, they can actually leave you and then you have to stay, and that's it, because they don't have more seats for you. And then people got upset. Hey, but why? I'm paying the taxes. I'm paying, like, you have to pay the taxes, not the
Yeah, people get angry.
they got angry. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I have to say, in some point, I maybe was one of them. But the important thing here is like what to do when the airplane leaves you. So I have stories sleeping in Miami airport during Christmas or during whatever time, in the floor, in the bathroom, actually.
I see people all the time
Look
sleeping
like
at the
because
airport.
some motorcycles are just making noise. Okay, now. So and then I have to sleep maybe in some very uncomfortable chairs until one time I remember I met this pilot.
Oh,
And
that's
then
not gonna give you the hat, Mara.
this pilot, I watching this show for any chance. I never knew anything else about him. So, but however, we actually were together in first class, and then because we both were standby passengers, and that's a good thing about standby, that you can actually get to go in the first class. And
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, and then that's a cool part. Sometimes you just go beside the bathroom, and then you have to stay with it, stick with it, because what you want to be,
it's true.
what you want is to go,
The
right?
best seats are by the bathroom.
Yeah. And then I was with him, and then I remember the first thing that I said is, could you please put this my bag like in the upper container, the thing. And then he looked at me like okay, and then he did it, and I said, oh, thank you. But we didn't talk. And then we start talking about I don't even know what. And then we talk, we drink wine, we kept talking. And when we were friends. And he told me where to sleep at the Miami airport. It was
Oh, that's cool.
it was like a dark room, they call it. I don't remember. It was like a place for employees or people who actually needs to, like a family, employees family or something like that they actually get to sleep there in case that they actually lost the flight or something like that. So I get to be there and to sleep there. And every time that I went to Miami and I had to say, then I say where to go.
Like, I know where to stay.
Because time
here I don't see it in the airports, but in Europe, the main airports, they have what they have, first of all, lounge chairs that you can just go over there and sleep.
Yeah.
You don't have to sleep on the floor. And they also have nap pods, which is like a little
Oh,
bungalow that you pay by the hour, and you take a nap inside. It's
oh
dark.
yeah,
It has
but
a
let me tell
bed.
you,
Boom.
there's a in Philadelphia they have those. They have like they call it like a mini hotel or something like that. I stayed there with my mom once, and it was like a very small room with the bed, and it has TV and everything. It
Yeah,
was
I've stayed like that in Paris once, which is like a you can walk
you're like,
sideways, but that's it. But in the airport, in the terminals, there are these little pods. Looks like future stuff.
huh, huh.
That
That's
if you have a
cool.
layover of 3 hours and you want to take a nap for 2 hours,
Then you can
you go
go.
and take a nap inside that thing. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's good. That would be bad for me because then I can stay there forever and then I never wake up. And
Yeah.
that's my other flight. So it was fun. Another thing that I actually it happens to me. I always talk with people. Like I don't talk. Well, I do talk, right? But but then I always meet a lot of people. So one time I stayed in San Croix, and I have to. So I help a family. I helped a family of Guadalupean family. They speak French. My French is very very beginner. But then at least I know my, the basic phrases. And then Google was, it didn't have the translation, but I kind of check how do you say
Yeah, you could
this?
check the words. It's not like that you talk to the phone and the phone just does everything else for you.
Yes, and then I helped them because nobody could help them, and then we as a agent, you have some in the computer in the SAR or depending what system they have, there is some phrases in another languages for you to use. So I actually helped
Oh, that's pretty cool.
the other agent. I tell her, hey, I think that if you do this and this and that, you actually can get those phrases to help them. So she actually ended using it and then she gave it to me because I was gonna help them too. So I have those and I have my phone. So I helped them a lot. And by the time that we went to the gate and everything, they got into to the airplane, but not me. I was the last one, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going." Now that the flight is closed, and I said, "Shoot it! What I'm gonna do now? There's no more flights, and
So
the
you help them and you
and I
stay
said,
down.
God, I helped it. I thought of it because of that.
It's like, dear Jesus, they're in that airplane because of me. Couldn't I get in?
Why didn't get it? But well, let me tell you, I met this Puerto Rican guy. He was a taxi driver, and I met him before in another flight that I had, and then he actually let me stay at his house. He took me. I didn't have any baggage, anything. I was like that. No, it was a very old man, and I was scared. I was
He
scared.
was
I
just
stayed
being
there.
nice.
But he was nice actually. He was very gentle, and he told me, "Hey, you want to watch TV?" I'm very tired. I went to he prepared something for me in the living room. So and I was sleeping like one eye
I'm
closed
gonna
and
keep
the
an eye
other
on
was
this.
open. I didn't know, however. So he was very nice actually. He took me to the airport the next day, and then I did took the flight. But then he showed me the whole island. He showed me some places to go, and actually I appreciate the fact that I stayed there one more day, and
Yeah,
because
because
I
you get
could
to
see
see
something.
places with a. I think that if, for example, I always like either medium-sized layovers or big layovers. If it's like a 1 hour, I mean, it's stressful. You
Yeah,
have to like run a little bit in the airport. If it's like 3 hours, it's good.
yeah,
But with
yeah,
3 hours, it's not like you can get out of the airport, go somewhere, and get back on time. But if it's
yeah.
8 hours, I mean, you can go see something.
Uh-huh. Like when I went to England, I remember we were like 6 hours at the airport, and then England airport is very big and has a lot of things to see. So we actually went like shopping.
Yeah.
We ate, we did a lot of things. Like I was thinking that I was in England that time, and I actually was flying to Netherlands. So we went there, and then we went to Belgium, and then from Belgium to Netherlands. It was fun. I remember for the flight. I think it was that one. Yeah, for that one. I actually, I almost got in trouble. Like they have to return the flight, and then it was hard. Like the one for London, when I went to London for real, and they returned the flight, and I was so scared. And the fun thing is that my mom in Puerto Rico, she actually woke up in that moment.
Oh.
And then she told me she was very worried about me. Of course, she told me this later on when I get to England. But she said everything was okay with the flight because I was so scared. I woke up in the night and I started like thinking about you. And I was like, yeah, mama, let me tell you what
It's
happened.
always scary because in my hometown, Porto, it's very windy, and it happened I think already 3 times. That and also in the Netherlands in Amsterdam, it's also very windy. But at least in
Uh-huh.
Porto, it's very foggy. It has a lot of clouds and crazy winds. And
Ah,
sometimes they send us in those Embraers, the little ones. So we are over there 30 minutes in the air, and I feel the airplane going around and around. I was like, okay, this is going to be tough. And it's shaking and all over the place. The wind's
I
going
know.
sideways.
And
And I
then you
was
start
like, okay,
thinking,
are
is
we
there
going to
still a lot
land?
of
Is not
gas?
going to land? So at this point, I finally see the airport building. I was like, okay, we're going to land now. The plane was probably like 2 meters from the runway. The guy just takes off again. I was like, oh,
Oh
we're
my gosh.
all going to die in
Maybe
here.
he was
The
very
first time was scary, very
oh my
scary.
gosh, yes, it is. I mean, the only thing like very, very scary that happens to me that was that time, and let me see, like a lot of turbulence sometimes when they do the falling.
Oh, that happened to me once.
It's
I was
hard.
on medication because I used to have pain. Well, I still have, but now I don't take meds no more. I was on medication, so my brain was off because the airplane literally went boom.
Yeah,
And
and
I thought, we're
sometimes
just
are
all
long,
gonna
long
die.
spaces, and you're like, oh, shoot it.
Yeah, it's like, is this it?
Yeah, it's fun. There's a lot of funny stories. Like when I was working, I got drunk guys and people who actually
Drunk people scare me.
they even told me that I was like a poor girl or something like that. And I'm like, ah, for real. Well, you're in the first class when the airplane crashes. Let me tell you, that's the first class. Time. Who goes
Yeah,
first?
the first class is the first one to go if the plane goes like this.
So, yeah, it was. We had everything, like all that kind of stories. But I mean, I wanna show you some pictures that you might
Yes.
be laughing about. Here you go. I'm sorry, I'm in my tablet today, and
Oh,
it's
cool.
a little
Now, Mara,
different.
I'm curious. What's the worst airport that you've ever been at?
As a passenger or as a
No, overall, the airport being like the worst airport ever. Maybe as a passenger, because as a passenger, you have a different
passenger? Yeah,
perception.
because let me tell you, when I start working, I said, "Oh my gosh, am I like that as a passenger?" So I understood a lot of things, though.
Yeah.
But the worst one, I think that because it's too big and it has like a lot of never ending uh, lines. I think that it will be DFW. Hmm, because it's too big, and then they make you go here and there, and then when they change the gates, you have to go everywhere. But in customer service talking, is Atlanta Airport horrible?
Or I
I'm
think I've been
sorry,
there once
guys,
as a
but
layover.
that's my opinion, right? It is. I didn't like it. I think that it was like a very. Ugh. Okay, let me show
Send
you
me those photos. Let me see what's
this
going on.
photos. You're gonna. I think.
Mara the captain.
All right, this is gonna be a good idea for those who actually don't want to um, pay more for overweight. So what to do is when the agent is, on the computer, you can actually lift your bag with your feet. So actually, you
Oh, oh my gosh, that's so
can do
funny.
it
That's a
that
good trick to know.
way. That's a good one.
Thank you for sharing that, Mara.
Yeah, I know. I know. You see, I'm a good person. I'm trying to help a lot of people. Okay, here, this happened. I mean, I used to see a couple of my friends like doing something different than
Oh, they're
their
playing
jobs.
cards. Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
you see. All right, here. This is what happened. Like I was like that, like when I came to Honduras with my dogs, and I used to fight with my dogs, like the little ones, or my cats. So, but this is gonna be you if you have a dog and a kid.
Yeah,
This is a dog, and this is the kid.
yeah, because
This is
last time
mom.
when I went to Portugal, Mick was very small, so I took him on the carrier.
Oh,
Now
you
I
see,
cannot hold him more than 2 minutes without my arms starting to get numb. I don't know how's it going to be in summertime, but he better love that
but
stroller
Nick
because,
doesn't walk yet, so just wait for him to walk.
yeah, I'm going to need one of those
Now
leashes.
this is gonna be you now.
Yeah. Yeah, he could fit in those. Scan that baby.
I when I saw it, I said, "This has Patricia definitely." It just
I mean, but what can she do? She doesn't have anyone to hold the baby.
yeah, yeah, it's true, it's true, but it's funny. Imagine him passing through the scanner.
Yeah, scan his brain.
All right, here is a meme. It says when you go on a flight and then you cannot go without your game and your projector.
That's some crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's for a very long over what you call it, like
Layover.
waiting. All right, here this is another tip.
Oh my
It says he
gosh.
didn't want to pay for his extra weight or luggage on the airport, so what he did it was he put like over all his clothes.
No, that's funny, but in history, like when immigrants from Europe start coming to the United States and they will pass through New York and Ellis Island,
Uh-huh.
and they told us this in Ellis Island when we did the tour, is that the poor people that could not pay for bags to come with them in the boat, they will dress in layers so that way they could bring their clothes.
Yes, and it's true.
Yeah,
It's true. I heard it, and I saw some pictures of people like dressed like that.
yeah.
Okay, here is what happened. Hey, I think that we actually they exchanged your luggage. I have yours. So,
Oh my
this
gosh.
mama talking with her daughter, her daughter.
Did you ever lost luggage, or did someone
Thank
ever
God.
pick yours by mistake?
Thank God. I think that it just once, but I'm not remember. I think that they actually give it to me after. But some people they never get it. Some people they just lost it and that's it.
Yeah,
But
the
you know,
first time I came to the States, first
uh-huh.
time, my big flight, my bag was gone for 4 days. I
Oh my
was wearing the
gosh.
same clothes, the same underwear for 4 days. I had a layover in Chicago. Of course, it was flagged by customs. They kept my bag for 4 days, and when I received it, it was a mess. Like I had makeup, I had dance shoes. They damaged everything. Looking for
Yeah,
drugs. Yeah.
that's what is sad. Some of the things when they actually get it to you, they're lost or they're damaged. I don't know why they have to be damaged. Oh, I'm gonna say this lady for me, she was in Miami Airport because in Miami Airport you can see all these kind of crazy things.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this what you refer, like where people can sleep in Portugal, like in Europe?
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's dark. No, those are not the sleeping pods. That's not it.
yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
bet that
funny.
you were
No,
saying
that's not
that.
it, my friend. No.
But that's a good idea too. I mean, I stay in Connecticut in BDL once when I was not working there anymore, and it was very cold, and I have to stay in the floor. And then my friends gave me things to stay there, and I stay in the chairs and everywhere. But the floor was so comfy, but it was cold as hell. All right,
Yeah, I mean,
and here
or at
is
least they have darkness there. It's their sleeping pod.
yes,
Oh my gosh.
here is a friend of mine. But let me tell you, that is a comfy chair.
Yeah, it looks comfy. She's over there sleeping.
Yeah, because it's big. I mean, the chairs that I used to sleep, they were actually very, very uncomfortable. I remember last time that I was in Miami, sleeping in Miami, I actually slept in the bathroom. And it was very cold, and I went to what you call that, to the last bathroom. I was thinking to go to the big one, and then because they have the heater in that those for
Yeah.
wheelchairs and everything, so they have a heater like a dryer heater over there, and then you can actually get a little warm. But then someone else was there already with that idea. So what I did is I went to the one in front of it, very small, and I put my let me show you 1 second. I put my hands like this, and then I was in front of the door. It was a very small bathroom. So if I fall, the door
You're
was
not gonna hit your head.
but the whole was holding me. So I kind of get to sleep a little bit there. It was horrible, crazy. My back hurt later on, but I could sleep something and then without a cold. It was hard. So this is the last
And one
picture.
thing, talking about bathrooms now, bathrooms in the airplanes. I want to tell the airlines to look at the example of Scandinavian. It's SAS, Scandinavian Airlines. Okay, they actually have like a bathroom. There's even a window in the bathroom. Okay, it's not like a bathroom like a house, but it's a bathroom that you can move without your butt touching the walls. All right.
Okay.
And I am a small person, and bathrooms in the airplanes freak me out because I can't move inside. And okay, Scandinavian Airlines, all the other ones, even the ones that are business class and first class, well, first is different. Business class, it's the same thing, small. I mean, at least for business class, do it a little bit bigger, please.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So for airlines, please
I
increase
remember
a little bit of the space.
the first time that I fly in my life, it was to, I think we went to Canada though. And I remember the bathroom, or maybe I was so little, I don't know. I was like what, 9 to 10 years, and when I went to the bathroom, I saw it so big, and I said, "Wow, this is a huge bathroom for an airline, an airplane." But I was okay, so I did okay, cool. But
Yeah, most of
then,
them, it's crazy. I
so
mean,
after
even to
that,
change a baby in there. I
yes,
mean, think
yes,
about people with babies. How can you change a baby in there?
in front of everybody, and then stink the whole
No,
airplane.
in the bathroom. First of all, it grosses me out. I go always first, and you know me, Mara. I go over there with Clorox swipe
Yes,
everything
but let me
off.
tell you, there is airlines that they have the little thingy to put the baby on, you know.
Yeah, but that's
And
for small babies.
oh
I
yeah,
went when Nick was 5 months, and he was already like grown out of it.
but well, they don't do those kind of big bathrooms anymore, and it's hard. At least for the Europe flights, they should have those because it's important to have.
It
Be
should have
comfortable.
like a
And then
specific
imagine, I'm
requirement.
a big person. I mean, I have meat,
I
and
mean, I am
sometimes,
small, and I go to those bathrooms,
and then I am a claustrophobic, and it's kind of a hard, like to be in the bathroom. Like everything is so close to me. I feel like I'm
and
drowning.
before they serve the meals, go to the bathroom because after the meals are served, everybody goes.
Everybody wanna go. It's true.
Go to the bathroom before they serve the meal.
It's true. I never been in a two floor airplane, so never. So I have been like in two floor bus, like in England and in other places. Um, and I think that there's some trains, some actually that they have two floors, but I don't know. I haven't been in any of those. So okay, this is my last picture for you. This is funny.
Let me see.
Yeah, this is a very hard position to be, because at the end your waist is horrible. It hurts. It hurts a
That
lot.
guy must have woken up with a big pain in the neck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And let me tell you, this is a very uncomfortable seat for sleep because sometimes here he has the thing to put the hand on. I don't know how to call it.
Yeah,
The,
like the
the,
armrest.
yeah, exactly. And then here she is very tired of.
He could at least have put his head over her butt, had a little bit more of cushion.
Yeah, probably. But poor girl, she is very sleepy. I think that I mean, that's a good idea for parents. Like, get to sleep there, and then I carry you.
Yeah, drag the kid along with you.
Yeah, kids sometimes they are very like heavy sleep, like they don't wake up
Yeah, they
easily.
don't wake up at all.
And then sometimes you can do that. So that's a funny thing to show. Those are funny pictures, and you can actually find them online. They
Yeah,
have
so and for you that you are watching us, tell us, I
your
want to know,
story.
what's the worst airport you've ever been?
Yeah.
Okay. I
And
have
your
a funny one. I
funny
don't know if it was
stories.
JFK or LaGuardia. It was in New York. Those New York airports are just
Yeah,
the
La
worst.
Guardia, I don't like La Guardia.
They're worst. So once I was bored at one of those airports because they are so ghetto, and I was reading at Google reviews, and one of the reviews is this guy saying, "This is definitely some government test to see people's to see how people react in situations of stress. Like, this is definitely a place that the government puts us to test us out, because you can find everything on an airport. It's the worst of the worst. So people, tell us the worst airport you've ever been, and any fun stuff that happened to you in flights, or where was your first flight? And like, your mic is off, my dear.
Yeah, because there's a lot of noise. There's two things that I want to share, the short things, and is the first time when they start putting people, passengers to pay for luggage. I remember it was $15, 15, and
$15? Huh.
15, and I actually
that doesn't happen anymore.
No.
Like,
And
show me the money.
I was working. I actually started working there. I actually did work there already. And when they start doing that, and oh my gosh, that was a mess with passengers. They were very upset because they didn't understand, like, why, what happened, like why they're charging now for bags. I mean, now they're charging for even the air that you breathe there, so it's kind of crazy. So, and then the bags are
depending
very
on the ticket fare, you might even have to pay for the carry-on.
Yes. Why? I mean, I
think paying for the carry-on is stupid. That's definitely airlines stealing from people.
Yes,
honestly.
It is stupid. So that's a good thing to fly standby. No matter, you don't pay for your bags, so that's good. That's good. So another thing that I want to share with you guys is that I was going to tell you that the New Jersey airport, hopefully they actually get to repair it or something, because good Jesus is a mess too. It was not a good deal to be there.
It's funny because when people think of New York and those big airports, they think about, you come here and boom, your mind's gonna be blown. No, you get there and you're like, am I safe here? Should I have brought my gun?
And then people,
should I get my mace?
They move you. The flight has gate change. What? And then it's not a near gate. You have to go all the way to the other corner or to the another floor if there's many floors. It is crazy. I mean, a DFW is because it's too big. It's too big. And then Atlanta because the service, and then ERW, which is the New Jersey one, is not nice to be there. I don't like the energy there is kind of a weird.
Okay, so tips for today. Airlines, get big bathrooms. Big enough, decent size. Tip number 2, New York, fix your airports. That's it.
And
Mara, the time is up, so I'll leave you here with the closing credits, because you are always good on the closing credits, and then you're going to throw us here the song of the week. So
we have the song of the week, but I want you guys to follow us in YouTube. No, I'm kidding. On Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, and Instagram too. Please to follow our promos of the shows. If you like this show, please leave your comments and hit like and follow us always.
Yes, and we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Leave your reviews there. We need it.
Sure. And remember, tell us what you want us to be talking about.
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. So I want to have a song of the week, which is a Menudo, and it's Ven a Volar. Come fly with us. So
that's cool. It's still about flying.
Yes, it's about flying, and it's a fun as 80s song. So let's watch this and let's
watch it. And Mara, I'll have to go. But
alrighty.
You have a good weekend.
You too.
And I will see you next week.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Don't forget to like, love us, and comment. And now here's the song.
Privada tampoco usa combustible.
Chicos, esto funciona con aire caliente. ¿Y si se le ve el aire?
Pues nos ponemos a soplar y ya verás cómo se llena.
Déjense de hablar tonterías y pensemos quién es el que puede estar volando esto, porque nosotros de globos no sabemos nada.
Nos vemos. See you next time, next week. Chao, chao.